Howdy Fluffbutts, it's me, Froen and Cortez. So, I wasn't quite expecting this outcome from the first review video. Even for a small channel like mine, this is a fairly reasonable reception. I can't argue with just one comment, but the amount of likes is enough to convince me. I do thank you very much to those of you who enjoyed my first MLP review. October was the month that awakened my creativity, which can be implemented into my channel. I have had many handfuls of video ideas that could be made into future videos, and I'm so excited for you lot to soon see them being produced. But today, you asked for it. You've waited long enough, and here we are, continuing the two-part review for the first ever two-parter episode in My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Season 1. Friendship is Magic Part 2. As I said before, this second part greatly expands upon the first, and it is staggering.
Fabulous! Magnifique!
Despite gaining an impression of what the results for this episode's review are going to be, judging from the tone of my voice, it honestly deserves it. I once thought Part 1 was firmly boring back in the day, but when I watched Part 2 for the first time, I was blown away by how much was included. Trust me, you're gonna want to watch this one. I will note this down for all of you watching again. Your likes and comments will once again be crucial for this video, because like I said in the first video, this may only just be a one-time thing on my channel that may never be picked up on ever again. If you enjoy these reviews and want me to continue this potential series, it is up to you Fluffbutts to persuade me. So, to see me produce a review for the next MLP episode, The Ticketmaster, here is your goal to achieve. 20 likes on this video. Just 20. Double the amount the first review got. Give me 20 likes on this video, and a review of the third episode will be made.
Oh, yes, please!
I will be checking this video regularly to see if you guys reach that goal, so no worries at all. And now that that's all out of the way, let's get on with it. I'll say this right off the bat so I don't have to emphasize on this point later on. Apart from the unreleased short pilot that was produced way back in 2009, 11 years ago, and yet that video exists, the fact that this two-part episode serves as the official pilot of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic is astonishing. Using the concept of two connected stories one after the other as your first glimpses for a brand new TV show for the audience to watch is a surprisingly smart move. If the first part is successful in gripping the viewer's interest, including the second part as well afterwards, you will most likely have an enchanting experience that'll last for a long time in the hearts of whoever watches. And that's one of the reasons why the beginning of Friendship is Magic is so beloved by fans and the public.
It's true.
The second episode kicks off immediately in top gear. The shock from witnessing the return of Nightmare Moon that affected every pony in the town hall in part 1, including the audience, is still intact. Even the music gets sonorously nerve-wracking as the unknown possibility of what Nightmare Moon will do to every pony is finally revealed. She easily weaves off 3 royal guards before disappearing into the night.
Stand back, you fools!
Gotta love a good horse pun once in a while. The expressions from other ponies in the room throw us a bone that they aren't going to be the ones to save the day. They're all very clearly scared and useless, apart from one, Twilight Sparkle.
You are a baby dragon after all.
And there's my point being proven about Spike's age from the first review. I will say that I would have loved to see more of Spike in this episode, considering that he was only a due antagonist to Twilight's presence in part 1. But I guess due to his
Baby dragonness,
he was understandably written out to focus more on establishing the main 6.
And just what are the elements of harmony?
And how did you know about Nightmare Moon, huh?
Jesus Christ, Rainbow! Have some self-control! This won't be the last either.
Do I look angry?
Applejack, Fluttershy, Pinkie Pie, Rarity, and Rainbow Dash approach Twilight as curiosity blankets their heads to find out how she knew about Nightmare Moon coming back. All of them are seemingly interested to help Twilight defeat her, showing us that the 5 mares have already regarded Twilight as a close friend, even if Twilight hasn't yet.
The Elements of Harmony, a reference guide. How did you find that? It was under E.
Now this is ideal comic relief that I can appreciate from Pinkie. Short and subtle, nicely done.
Kindness, laughter, generosity, honesty, and loyalty.
Okay, let's roll that shot back one more time.
Kindness, laughter, generosity, honesty, and loyalty.
Notice how the camera pans sideways on each pony while Twilight recalls the element names for the viewers to hear. This single shot of the 5 mares with the dialogue spoken is hugely auguring because throughout the episode, those 5 ponies will unknowingly be representing the elements with the complications that stand in their way. However, I have to note, how did Applejack, Fluttershy, Pinkie, Rarity, and Rainbow change places just for this fancy shot? Oh no, it's the continuity again. While the 6 ponies are learning more about the elements of harmony, they're completely oblivious of Nightmare Moon, who has been listening to their conversation outside the window the whole time. The suspenseful audio when she emerges into the frame
Pony Sisters
is great, showing to us that she is still an active threat. The scene inside Twilight's house slowly transitions to a wide shot of the main 6 near the entrance of the Everfree Forest. It is a dark and gloomy set of woods that is located on the outskirts of Ponyville. It can almost be compared to the Forbidden Forest from the Harry Potter series, full of dangerous and strange creatures, and hardly any creature goes inside. When it is expressed that the forest itself is unnatural and unlike how other places thrive in Equestria, it gives the whole location a good sense of mystery.
No, Pony, no.
No, Pony, no.
Hey, Applejack, you can't steal Rainbow Dash's thing! Twilight wishes to tackle Nightmare Moon by herself, but none of the 5 ponies want to leave her side. Twilight is still hesitant about the idea of making friends, despite her newly formed companions, but reluctantly agrees to follow them into the forest. Only 4 minutes into the episode, and it instantly launches back into the action. Unaware of Nightmare Moon's dark magic seeping into a mountainside, it causes a landslide to break out beneath the girls. With the chance of Twilight falling to her death already on the table, Applejack rushes in to save her before asking her the most thought-provoking question.
Let go. Are you crazy? No, I ain't.
This may seem ridiculous, but did you catch a glimpse of Applejack's eye peeking to the sky? She rightfully knows Twilight will be safe if she lets go, because Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash will be there to catch her. Here, Applejack's honesty and trust are shown terrifically, with her reassurance of Twilight's safety. But oh, did you think the terror was over now? Oh, no, we are just getting started. The next obstacle that Nightmare Moon creates for the main 6 to tackle is in the form of a thorn, which is stuck in the paw of a vicious manticore. Each of the 5 ponies resort to acts of violence against the beast to get past, while Fluttershy unsuccessfully tries to get them to stop.
Wait.
The split-second shot of a compassionate Fluttershy looking at the manticore was a cool hint to the audience that this section of the episode would be devoted to her.
Take that, you ruffian! My hair!
Well, Rarity, to be honest, I hope Twilight will be able to get her own way with your hair with the way you treated her in the previous episode.
My hair!
LOL! Fluttershy manages to gain control of the situation and carefully removes the thorn from the manticore's paw. Her passion for caring for animals and mythical creatures gets the spotlight at this moment, when it gratefully licks her. Even though Fluttershy can be genuinely timid, she expresses a vast amount of bravery against monstrous beings.
Sometimes we all just need to be shown a little kindness. What I'm saying to you is the honest truth.
These occasional mentions of the words related to the elements can seem a bit forced coming from the characters. However, it brings up a deeper meaning to their personalities and how they have the potential to be fleshed out further on in the series. Our heroes then venture on more and more into the forest before it almost fades into darkness. The music vanishes and the girls' voices quieten to the point where they sound like they're slightly whispering until... Evil trees! The first time I watched this particular scene, I was quite torn away from the screen by how unexpectedly frightening the atmosphere got twisted around. A rapid montage of the beast-like faces on the trees gets the heart racing. Even the booming music becomes the tensest thing in this segment. But this scene is quickly turned into hilarious humor when Pinky introduces us to the first song featured in the show, and it is phenomenal.
When I was a little filly and the sun was going down. Tell me she's not.
Yes, she is, Twilight. Bear through it because this song is awesome. Let it rip, Pinky.
Giggle at the ghostly, guffaw at the grossly, crack up at the creepy, whoop it up with the weepy.
The xylophone shines through the most in this song, combined with the soft guitar strums and piano, plus the upbeat snares adding small tidbits of liveliness define this song's embodiment of Pinky being the element of laughter.
I can tell that victim scary face to take a hike and leave you alone, and if he thinks he can scare you, then he's got another thing coming, and the very idea of such a thing just makes you wanna...
Look out, Eminem. Pinky's coming for your career. Twice.
Wonderbook, yeah! Wonderbook, Wonderbook, yeah!
After the horrific experience inside the forest, the main six find themselves at a river with strong tides that holds an emotional sea serpent sobbing about his lack of mustache. In hindsight, I find this scene rather funny, with the serpent being overdramatic about his altered appearance. And since this is Rarity's moment of recognition, she can straight away relate to this creature's time of misery.
Are you saying that I too am ugly?
Rarity crying will never get old. Also, I guess Pink AMINO was foreshadowed thanks to this scene. Rarity sympathizes with the sea serpent and offers up her tail to make him feel like he's one with himself again. This specific character-focused section in the episode has to be my favorite. I firmly like to believe that Nightmare Moon didn't intend for this to happen, unlike the previous 3 events which ensued because of her. We receive an authentic view of the main characters when they're not directly involved in any danger.
It'll grow back. So would the mustache.
Shh, Rainbow. Don't spoil the serpent's good looks.
Quiet!
After crossing the river, the main six have nearly reached the castle of the 2 sisters. Unfortunately, it is blocked by a chasm with a broken bridge that is the only way across. Rainbow offers to fix the issue by tying the bridge securely to the other side.
Who's there?
Suddenly, this segment spirals into a disaster once more, as ghostly figures called the Shadow Bolts emerge into the light. Don't they look grisly? They are moderately creepy with their eerie voices, and their temptations briefly entice Rainbow to join their team instead of helping her friends instead.
The best flyer in Equestria.
Me!
The most magnificent, swiftest, bravest flyer in all the land.
Yes, it's all true.
We need you.
Woohoo!
I feel like this obstacle was the most challenging for the girls because it was Rainbow having to make the decisions all by herself, along with her ego being stroked by the Wonderbolts. Everything could have deteriorated if Rainbow was manipulated into accepting the bargain. In the end, Rainbow proves her loyalty towards her friends and rejects their offer before fixing the bridge.
See? I'd never leave leave my friends hanging.
After so long, the 6 ponies finally reach the castle of the 2 sisters. When you refer back to the Elements of Harmony storybook that Twilight was reading at the start of part 1, seeing the interior of the castle in a dilapidated state after 1,000 years of wear and tear is aesthetically pleasing. There's almost no vibrancy, and with the final act of the episode in sight, you could feel safe that something may be able to bring back its color. As Twilight examines the Elements of Harmony to find out how to summon the 6th element, Nightmare Moon pops out of nowhere and causes them to teleport along with Twilight to another room in the castle where the 2 of them engage in a ferocious standoff. We hear the familiar music again that played in Nightmare Moon's return as it escalates into something more serious. Grrr, that gets the adrenaline going.
No! No!
With a twinkle of hope that Twilight has initiated the spark, it dies out when Nightmare Moon coldly destroys the elements. I don't know what it is, but seeing Twilight's terrified expression, along with Nightmare Moon's unforgiving appearance, and the intense moment of the elements smashing apart, it sends a chill down my spine.
Now you will never see your princess or your son.
From this shot alone, I guess you could say that Nightmare Moon has the high ground.
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground! You underestimate my power!
Oh, and how Nightmare Moon has underestimated them.
The night will last forever. The night will last forever.
I don't think that the same exclamation needed to be repeated here. A different speech would have worked just fine instead of reputation. When Applejack, Fluttershy, Pinkie, Rarity, and Rainbow make their way into the throne room, the spark is shown through Twilight's eyes in an extreme close-up, signaling to the audience that she is the spark, therefore the spirit of the 6th element.
Because the spirits of the Elements of Harmony are right here!
And this is the moment where Twilight's performance strides off into the sky in this scene. Her introverted disposition is briskly replaced with valor and confidence when she has the audacity to outline what has happened along the way to the enemy, which allowed her eyes to open themselves to the joy of friendship. She even goes one step further to demonize Nightmare Moon for not being able to understand the power of friendship that has led to her downfall.
The spirits of these 5 ponies got us through every challenge you threw at us.
You still don't have the 6th element. The spark didn't work.
But it did. A different kind of spark.
What a fucking powerful speech Twilight delivers.
I felt it the very moment I realized how happy I was to hear you, to see you, how much I cared about you. The spark ignited inside me when I realized that you all are my friends.
With the 6th element formed, the ponies are lifted into the air and the element's power envelops them before it unleashes its ultimate move on Nightmare Moon. Gay power! No, wait, that's wrong.
Taste the rainbow, motherfucker!
I just admire how Applejack, Fluttershy, Pinkie, Rarity, and Rainbow's elements are shown in the form of necklaces, while Twilight's is in the shape of a crown. If that wasn't foreshadowing Twilight's transformation into an alicorn at the end of Season 3 back then I wonder how my 17-year-old self overlooked that.
But I reckon we really do represent the elements of friendship.
Indeed you do.
During when the main 6 realize their places in Equestria, the sun rises in the distance before Princess Celestia is, at last, shown for the first time. But where the hell did she go? Was she imprisoned? Was she kidnapped? Did she retire early? What did Nightmare Moon do with her? What unexplainable cycle of bizarre events happened that led to the disappearance of Princess Celestia? You know what? I won't even bother going into detail because this point has always been included and addressed in many other video reviews of this episode. It's completely laughable. Now that Nightmare Moon has been reverted into Princess Luna, Princess Celestia is willing to forgive her sister as long as Luna accepts her friendship, to which she tearfully does.
We were meant to rule together, little sister.
Sister?
Wait, why the hell are they surprised by that? I thought Twilight had already gathered that Celestia and Luna were sisters because she was reading through the exact book that featured Celestia and Luna.
There were two regal sisters who ruled together.
She even recalled this small detail earlier on in the episode.
Was in the ancient castle of the Royal Pony Sisters.
Oh no, it's the continuity again. It was so sweet seeing all of the main characters united in one place, until Pinkie quickly announces another for the reunion of the two royal sisters. Remembering that the two of them had been separated for 1,000 years, seeing the two of them embrace, I smiled seeing Luna and Celestia reconciling. Twilight sadly believes that she will have to return to Canterlot to study more about the magic of friendship, even after developing friendship for the first proper time in her life. Princess Celestia allows her to continue learning more in Ponyville, so that she will be able to explore more about the power of friendship and establish many more new friends in the days to come.
Oh, thank you, Princess Celestia. I'll study harder than ever before.
Twilight delightfully accepts and promises to make Princess Celestia proud. The celebrations continue, and the episode finally ends with a slow iris.
Isn't this exciting? Are you excited? Because I'm excited. I've never been so excited. Well, except for the time that went, but I mean...
Well, cheers for the first fourth wall break, Pinkie. Let's just end this! So, repeat this after me, Fluffbutts, and if this is your first time watching my reviews, here's what you need to say. Was it a yay or a nay? So, here we go. Was it a yay or a nay? Ah, man, Friendship is Magic Part 2. I will never forget how amazing this second part is. It is all one big recipe for success. But do I want to give this episode a yay? I feel like it needs something bigger. I am going to give this episode a golden yay. But more of that later. Let me just explain my final thoughts. There may be one or two bothersome bits in the story that could put off some viewers, but overall, Friendship is Magic Part 2 is outstanding. The wild combinations of themes like horror, comedy, and drama thrown into the plot work tremendously well. Not to mention the first song and every iconic facial expression. You feel like you're going to cry 1 minute, smile the next, and scared straight afterwards. Part 2 treats you like you're on a roller coaster of emotions, and I love it. Even though the show ended last year, this made me want to have Lauren Frost come back for at least one more episode because her writing is pristine. I will always remember my interest in My Little Pony growing onwards from this very first two-parter. I award Friendship is Magic Part 2 a golden yay and a 9 out of 10. Well, that's Part 2's review over and dealt with. Now, you're probably curious about the golden yay thing. I shall explain. Since this series is called Yay or Nay, at the end of each episode that I will be reviewing, there will be two types of rating systems that will be included to define an episode's quality. First, we have the classical numerical rating format, with 1 being the worst, 5 being the average, and 10 being the best. But then, there's my personal creation, the Yay-Nay-ometer. There are a total of 5 different awards that I will give to each episode. First, we have the Golden Yay. This reward will be given to an episode that is monumental in storytelling and is a necessity to watch. The characters are shown with excellence and everything featured in an episode works perfectly. 1 or 2 issues may be allowed, since the rest of the story can easily cut them out to not have an effect on the final score. This award will go to the episodes that are rated either a 9 or a 10. Next, we have the Yay. This reward will be given to an episode that is genuinely likable and interesting in concept. Most aspects in an episode are tolerable and can be fun at times, just as long as the main details in a story aren't ruined. There would have to be several problems in order to lower the final score slightly. This award will go to the episodes that are rated a 6, 7, or an 8. Thirdly, we have the average. This reward will be given to an episode that is just able to gain a small level of entertainment from the viewer. They're not bad episodes, but they're not good ones either. From everything that is included in a story, it receives an equally mixed reception from both ends, defining its mediocrity. This award will go to the episodes that are rated a 5. Next, we have the NEIGH. This reward will be given to an episode that doesn't work well and is solidly uninteresting. The episode will have to be filled with mostly issues that are befuddling, along with a weakly defined plot and characters acting like something different to what they usually are. A couple of good bits may be present to keep the final score bearable. This award will go to the episodes that are rated a 2, 3, or a 4. Finally, we have the dreadful Rusty NEIGH. This so-called reward will be given to an episode that is just absolute rubbish and is something that should never have been in production or even thought of in the first place. The episode will have to be unwatchable or entirely boring and infuriating. I hope I never have to give this award out. This award will go to the episodes that are rated a 1 or even worse, a 0. Also, don't forget, Fluffbutts, if you want to see me review the Ticketmaster episode, give me 20 likes on this video and it will become a reality. So yeah, thank you very much for watching my second part review, Fluffbutts. I really hope you have enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you very soon. Goodbye!